Hello and welcome to Whispers from the Dark, YouTube's best kept secret. Okay guys, wanted to let you know the reason I started this channel was a guy named Cam at Dixie Cryptid inspired me to do this. So I want to send a shout out to Cam at Dixie Cryptid. Dixie Cryptid is my favorite channel, and I'm probably a subscriber to a couple of hundred easy channels on YouTube. I watch everything from tiny house building to home renovation, and traveling, and RV living, and basically homesteading, you name it, I watch it. But Dixie Cryptid is my favorite. Dixie Cryptid is a channel that is about Bigfoot encounters. People who have had experiences or encounters with Bigfoot, or something that very well could have been a Bigfoot. They write their stories, they send it to Cam, and he reads them and records them and puts them on YouTube. It's fascinating. It truly is. I want to apologize for the dog in the background eating and the cat just meowed as I made her get off my lap. You know, I'm at home, and I've got animals, fur babies, and things going on just like everyone else. Matter of fact, this is the third or fourth time I've tried to record this, and either I get a text from my son, or a car goes by revving up their engine, or a dog and cat get to be fussing, something happens. So I've had to delete, erase, and start over. Let's hope this one, even though there's animal sounds and God knows what else was going to happen, I'll be finishing this regardless. Well, I want to tell you a little bit about why Dixie Cryptid, the channel, inspired me. I find it really interesting that people have had experiences with Bigfoot, some of which were 20 years or more ago. And other than maybe just a handful or 2 or 3 people, they've told the story too when it initially happened. They've not told anyone else. They've carried that with them. It's kind of haunted them. And they, again, probably thought that no one's going to believe it. Their story was unique. Their experience was unique. And almost probably even had self-doubt or felt like maybe they were crazy. All those years, they carried that. The burden of the story, their experience, and their self-doubt or their confusion about what they experienced. And then they stumble onto Dixie Cryptid. And they say they found their people. They found people that have had similar experiences. And they know that they can tell their story or make comments on videos and not be treated badly. And there's a lot of people that have said things that, how much it makes them feel so much better about themselves, their experiences, and it really helps them. Kind of a form of therapy. I think it's a great thing. I myself have never had a Bigfoot experience. I've chased ghosts. I've investigated ghosts. But the experiences I've had with what probably were ghosts, I'm still confused about. Now, I don't question that they happen. I know they happen. And yeah, maybe a few people at the time knew about my story, or they experienced it along with me, but I know I'm not the only one out there that has had weird things happen to them. And after listening to Dixie Cryptid for a couple of years now, I guess, I've come to believe that there's a lot of people out there that have stories they should share to not only help themselves get it off their chest and be able to tell it, but give other people an opportunity to share their story and say, hey, I had a similar experience, and basically validate their own feelings and hear others. Unless you've been in that situation, it's kind of hard to explain. But once you've heard someone else tell a story, and I have, that was similar to my own, you don't understand. I actually heard a story that was so similar to my own, one that I'd had many, many years ago, that had to do with the spiritual type thing. And I had the aha moment. This does happen to others. It happens in, various varieties. And I felt better knowing that I wasn't the only one. And I started thinking, I've had weird things throughout my life that I've experienced. Spiritual, supernatural, ghostly, however you want to, and some of them are various degrees of each of those. I know I can't be the only one, just like the Bigfoot experience people aren't the only ones. So I've started my channel to give you an opportunity to not only hear my story, because, someday when I die, I don't want these stories to die with me. My son may remember some, but he won't remember much because he wasn't there. He may have heard me tell it or explain it, but over the years, things get lost. I don't want my stories lost, because I've got some cool stories, and these really happened to me. And the stories that are submitted to me by subscribers, they say it really happened to them, and I believe them. Can't get any weirder than some of the experiences I've had. So who am I to question anybody, right? So that's what my channel's about. It's about telling your story, no matter how weird. And sometimes you can't find the words to explain something. I have that quite often. Whenever something is so out there and abnormal, it's hard to explain. But I do my best to do it. So if you guys have a story, submit your story. Let me know what's up. Let me know what happened. And then hopefully the listeners, subscribers, will make comments on your story and will explain that they've had the same kind of thing or something similar, and you will also find your people. I just hope somehow my channel gives comfort or solace to those of us out there that have had weird things happen to them, but you can't really, the kind of things you can't really talk about in normal conversation or with coworkers or at a party or a family get-together, because no one will believe you, or they'll laugh or call you crazy or roll their eyes or completely discard it. But we won't hear. Here at Whispers from the Dark, you're going to be free. Free to tell your story. Free to tell us how it made you feel. And welcome home. Send in your stories. Thanks. You guys stay safe out there.